Okay, this is my gang stalking journal. It's the 10th of August, 2012. Don't pay attention to the date on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. So this is the piece of shit house that I'm living in. It's cheap as fuck. I got it to signed a lease on it, tried to get away from my stalkers, but they just followed me. So this is like the garage, little piece of shit garage next to my house. And I can't really park my vehicle in it because my stalkers park their vehicle in it. So this is technically my garage because I'm paying the rent, but I can't use it because my stalkers are parking their vehicles in it, and they're working on their vehicles in the middle of the fucking night. Anyway, they brought this vehicle over here 2 nights ago. There's 3 vehicles pulled in here with about a dozen people that came out of them and walked around aimlessly. They came at 9 and they stayed till about 11 at night, just walking around aimlessly doing weird shit. And before this vehicle was here a couple weeks ago, they had 2 different vehicles. And then a couple weeks before that, they had 2 different vehicles. So this is the 5th vehicle. And they'll come at like 9 at night and work till midnight. It's utterly bizarre and strange. But this company, they bought, halfway through my lease, they bought the house that I'm renting, the property, and all the properties around me, everything around me. They bought that house, they bought those two houses down there. They bought everything around me, and they moved their stalkers in. And the stalkers will stay in. They'll just move around so often. Like the house that's right next to me, there was a couple that moved in. They stayed about a week, and then they left. And there was a different person that replaced them, and it just happens again and again and again. And that house over there, I've probably seen maybe 5 or 6 people living in that house just in the past 2 months. You know, it's like they move in and out real quick. But I've seen people do some really weird shit. A couple days ago, I walked out of my house. It was about 7 o'clock in the morning, and there was somebody parked right there in my fucking front yard, right in my front yard, in the grass. And I walked out the door, and he was just staring at me. That's it. He was just staring at me. You know, no expression on his face, no wave, nothing, just staring at me. I've had people walk up and down this little section of road right in front of my house, just back and forth, aimlessly, completely fucking aimlessly. These stalkers are not quite right in the head. Something is seriously wrong with them. But this whole thing is a covert psychological war, trying to drive people insane, trying to make people act out and do crazy stuff. This is how it works. So yeah, they're crowding around me. I'm surprised there's nobody here now. I mean, there's usually somebody here working on the shitty vehicle or something. And yeah, it's just really weird. But this is my gang stalking journal. I'll update it from time to time. I'll try to keep this camera on me as much as I can. It's a little hidden camera. But I've had a lot of government vehicles with government plates like pull beside me and then swerve in front of me. I guess that's just more of their psychological warfare techniques. So anyway, this is the land of the slave, home of the coward. Anybody who thinks America is free is probably a fucking idiot. And for those of you who watch TV, fuck you. You know, I'm tired of you television watching scumbags. You know, you are the worst kind of person. You know, anybody who watches TV, anybody who watches the news and believes it is the worst kind of person. Anyway, okay, goodbye.